some of the stuff we talked about last week came to life.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I mentioned McCarthy and how he had a microphone and Trump had a bullhorn. It's crazy, man. Nah, but we'll get into all that, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Let me take a sip of my water before we indulge into Spencer's shenanigans today. A huge debacle. What are we looking at on timing? 1 minute. Uno momento. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm really feeling this vibe right now, this natural light coming in. All these shameless plugs going on behind me. This shirt right here is perfect for the time. Go ahead and tell them about it, Spence, where they can get it from.
Just contact me.
Get you a Make America Make Sense shirt. Major Factual Publications tee. Are we live?
Absolutely.
Oh, what's good? What's good, everybody?
Yeah, in there.
What's good, Community 365 Pods?
And we back.
That we are.
You know what I'm saying? We got, as my brother Jason over there would say, much to digest this week.
Oh my goodness.
Much to digest.
Lots to digest.
It's,
Start us off with the sponsorships first, Spencer.
Yeah,
We'll get into
man.
it.
I want to shout out my sister's IHRU company. Resumes, find a job that fits you. See that crazy ass IHRU.com.
Chelsea.
Yes, man.
What about you, Big Cuz? Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to Destin Performance. Homie Jason Rogers is getting this off the ground. She specializes on youth training, specifically girls. 'Cause he's got daughters, so he's doing softball teams, basketball teams, volleyball teams. Destin Performance. The location will be dropping soon of his own, so stay tuned for that. But if you're interested in getting having some youth training done for your children or nieces or nephews or whoever, reach out. Destin Performance.
And he's doing majority
Yeah, young girls.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. Because there's no market for that.
That is true.
Everybody's focusing on the boys.
Yeah, that is true. So might as well. And then he said I got 3 of them myself.
Yeah,
So I might as well master the
yeah,
craft.
yeah.
You got Trey.
Shout out Native Hemco.
No doubt.
sure.
Go get you some premium CBD down in Lee Summit,
Aches and
downtown
pains,
Lee Summit.
joint pains,
Yep.
brain pains,
All of that. He's got the tinctures,
emotional
the-
pains.
Salve, all that.
Yeah, the salve,
rub-in,
drops,
gummies.
gummies, all of the above. So go hit up my boy Rich Dunn down in Native Hemco in downtown Lee Summit. Literally smack dab in the middle of downtown Lee Summit.
Straight up.
Right across the street from where the old Bike of America used to be.
Old bike shop.
Yeah, the old bike shop that used to be there in the corner. Obviously, I want to shout out Love 365 Apparel. We do have a drop with Bobby J dropping next Saturday, January 16th. I'm actually wearing our peach hoodie right now. And then we also got this like teal blue one that's coming out. So
Yep.
next week,
Y'all can see that on the wall.
you'll
up
actually
there.
get the combination. So you get the combo. You get the mask and the hoodie for $60.
Yep. It's a little medical mask.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah,
It's
medical
cool. We got a
mask,
little
yeah.
print on it.
And then
You know what I'm saying? Might as well go with your fit. I feel you.
Yep. So you can hit up Malik, Bobby J, or myself. We got more promo coming this week, so be on the looks for that. But like I said, January 16th, that will be available.
No doubt.
And I'm actually wearing a hoodie right now myself. So, and these things are comfortable. It's gonna be not to toot my own horn, but these things are.
I see it soft cotton, baby.
Yeah, it's real good.
I
So
might have to snatch one.
January 16th, like I said, you get a mask and you get the hoodie. Love 365 Apparel times heartfelt.
Absolutely.
So next Saturday, be on the looks
That
for
shit
that.
fire anyway. You might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well.
I mean, and like I said, who
They
don't want
sitting
to
at
come
their
with a hoodie?
house, ain't nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Trying to
then
get
for
a
the
girl to
men-
steal their hoodie. There's a hoodie right there.
Literally what I just said. Literally just what I said, bro. So, I mean, did y'all check out them games yesterday?
I did, start to finish.
I seen a few of them things.
Start to finish.
All right, well, let's start with game one. What did you think, Bills and Bills and Indy?
Bills can be had. I went into the playoffs super high on the Bills' ability to make it to the AFC title game. But if two things go right for Indianapolis, the Bills
bruh.
lose.
Phillip Rivers looked like he out there shot putting the ball, bro.
He was sharp yesterday.
No, he
for
was
the old
real
man.
sharp.
Yeah,
No, like I just don't like the way his delivery. It looks so like.
It's like
no,
he
but Philly Cheese was out there throwing the rock,
was, man, and they had him.
and then that rookie running back Taylor.
Yes,
Was
he's game.
balling.
But when you play a team as good as Buffalo, you can't make those mistakes. The miscues kill you every time. They drop the pick in the end zone.
Yeah, they kept
They
running that
missed the
QB
field
draw,
goal.
and I'm like, they're running this play every damn
Yeah,
play.
So
And then we honestly, for real, got to talk about Stephon Diggs, man. Dude is out of his mind. He's playing out of his mind. Yeah.
Stephon Diggs is really good,
Yeah,
and
he
he's
is.
playing banged up. He's got an oblique or something injury.
He had 6 catches, 128 in the tud yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was not the biggest Josh Allen, especially after Josh Allen fan after his rookie year. I thought he was end up on the bus list, but I mean, he's the real deal.
No, he's legit.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's most definitely legit.
He's the real deal, and how he probably has the most effortless stroke in the NFL. He throws.
Looks
it.
like he's just pulling the
It
string.
looks like he just does nothing and he whips it out there. So he's definitely I think he's a one of one too. Like 6'5", 6'6", can run like that.
Yep. Who can, like you said, can run.
Yeah, he can really run. He's a plus athlete, and hopefully, I guess if they're still around in 2 weeks, we handle it. But we'll see what's up, man.
I was telling
Look, everybody
I was-
praying they can handle us, bro. I ain't worried.
I agree with
No,
that.
that is true.
I agree
That is
with
true.
that, man.
And
Like
I
we're
ain't
still
worried.
the measuring stick.
Exactly. So,
Like, by far.
regardless of how bad Patrick Mahomes has shown that he could play, what was it? 2 interceptions, 3 interceptions, still put up like 38.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like come on, bro. And won the
Right.
game,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
dude. I'm not.
And they
worried.
called that a bad
I'm not
game.
worried. I just hope that these losses that we got in this bye week that we have, like, woke their ass up.
I think so, man.
saying?
Because Travis Kelce was on
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp's
Club Shay
podcast.
Shay. And I
yeah.
love
He talked about
Club
it.
Shout out
Shay
another
Shay. Come on,
podcast.
shout out to
I like the Club Shay Shay
Shout
out to
podcast.
for
But finish
sure.
what you was about to say because
And he had Travis on there, and he was like, how you stay sharp when you're going for it again, you know? Because the Broncos did that. They went 97, 98,
Yep.
or 96, 97, one of those. And so Travis basically responded like, we just had to hang on until we got to the playoffs. Like, they wanted to fast forward so through the season, so they could get ready for when it counts to run
Yep.
it back. Because if you guys recall, the day of the parade, they instantly start talking about running it back.
Yep.
So the pressure was on them in February.
Yep.
And so
And who don't want to take down the top dog?
right, and we get everybody's best shot.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so he was saying it's just getting through that fatigue because everybody's shooting at you.
Yeah.
And so we get through the fatigue. Now everybody locks in. You go, all right, we got 4 weeks.
And the Chiefs they finished 14-2.
Yep.
Still that good.
Yeah.
Still that damn good after winning the Super
Coasting.
Bowl. Still, like, for real, though. Yeah. Like,
Coasting the last month, man.
who would you say that their hardest game was during the regular season? I know, minus the losses, but, there were some games where the Chiefs won, and I was like, damn, they most definitely probably shouldn't have won that game. I was going to say this first San Diego game.
The second Raiders game.
Oh, yeah.
When they were just out of control,
Yeah.
good. Their Oakland was. Vegas was. Yeah. Probably that second Raiders game. Yeah.
What did you think about that second game, the Seattle versus L.A.?
Shocked me.
For real, shocked the hell out of me. Dangerous.
Shocked me, man.
had like 6 completions in the first half.
Shocked me. They had 8 first downs at one point, and it was
Bruh.
late in the game.
Kind
And
of a controversial take, but
Say it.
I think Russ should go play baseball.
No,
Not baseball. I thought you were about to say go somewhere else.
No, I think Russ should go play baseball.
Yeah, that's very controversial.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
no.
No,
that's a
because
scorching hot take right there.
That's an ice cold take right
here's
now.
My reasoning. Here's my reasoning why.
All right,
Like-
I'm listening.
Like
Let me listen.
Bo Jackson is one of the only players that's like successful at doing 2 sports that we think of. You know what I'm saying? When we think of a
Deion.
two-sport
Yeah, Deion.
athlete. Yep, Deion Sanders. Yep.
That's probably about it. A couple of them.
Russ should go try it out, bro.
No, man. Russ is still making $35 million.
I'm pretty sure he's the
a year.
highest paid
Yeah.
quarterback
He-
right now in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he could go make that as well in the baseball.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie to you though. He started off hot and then got really, really cold.
I think it's Pete Carroll, man.
Oh,
Man,
now that's a
I
hot
might
take
think
right
it's-
there.
I might think it's Russ.
No, it's not Russ, man. It's hey,
I mean, Russ. They need a solid running back. And they
Pete Carroll
could
ain't
be
never
complete.
stopped him from performing before.
Seattle plays a terribly conservative system.
Yes, they do. And
The
honestly,
Rams didn't even have a quarterback. One dude got his neck scrunched, and the other dude only had 9 fingers functional yesterday. Inexcusable how Seattle was able to lose that game, man.
no, yeah, it's this crazy. But
And it's a terrible matchup. For
big
them,
shout
too.
out to the defensive line. You know, I'm a defensive lineman myself, so shout out to Aaron Donald and those boys because they was
Yeah, it was.
they had Russ running.
It's a
for
bad.
his
It's a bad
damn
matchup for Seattle.
life.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
That boy was running for his life yesterday.
I just hope Russ all right. But I
gonna
would
be
still
all
like
right.
him like to see him shoot for 2 sports, bro. I think that would be super dope. Because
Well,
I think
he
he,
did try.
I
I
think
does
he could
good.
absolutely succeed.
Isn't he
at
at
it, bro.
spring training every
Yeah, he,
with the
he
Yankees
still
or
goes
whatever
and messes
every year?
around in
Yeah.
spring training
Yep,
sometimes.
see, I think he wants to too. You know
Baseball's hard, man.
what I'm saying?
But I mean,
I
nowadays
know, I
athletes,
know,
man,
bro.
athletes.
Baseball is
I mean,
very
Russ
different.
has got a podcast. He's playing football.
He's got Sierra.
baseball. He's got Sierra.
He's got children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
why I
you
think
know,
baseball
it's-
would be good for him instead of fucking around with all this football, getting your head split every time
Well,
somebody break through the line.
He got a lot of time now to relax.
Yeah.
because he went fishing.
Turks and Caicos or
He
something
got it.
like
1,
that.
2,
yeah.
3 Cancun.
So now we most definitely got to talk about that last game then. So
Oh my gosh! man.
what do you think about Thomas Brady versus the Redskins? Which Heineke surprised the hell out of me. That boy played hard and well
man.
yesterday.
He did. He played a very impressive game. If the guys would have, if Washington would have hung onto the ball earlier, they would have really been in that thing. Well, they were in it. You know,
I
at
think
the
they
end,
should have
but
ran the ball more.
They couldn't. They weren't. I agree.
You know what
but
I'm
I thought
saying?
they
Like-
should have put the. I thought they should have put, because Tampa Bay likes to bring linebackers.
Yeah,
They should have used their backs more in the pass game. Like
yeah, like out
yes, take that stuff.
those
because
quick
they
little
had
dinks. Go get 5-7 yards.
McKissick, the guy, the third down guy. I don't even think he had. I mean, I'm sure he had a couple catches, but usually, he's getting 5-6 catches
Yeah.
a game. They didn't use that enough to try to steal 5. Use that as your running game. If you're having trouble running it,
Yep,
flick
Go
it to
give
him
me
over there.
5 to 7
yeah.
yards. Yeah.
I was, but that's probably about as well as Washington could play.
It was, but and
Chase got
you
shut
gotta
down,
give,
which
you got to give Tom Brady his props, bro. Do you see some of them balls that man was throwing yesterday, bro? I know I know it
it
pains
me, man.
you
It does.
to give him credit, bro. But
Not to give him
did
credit,
you see
but
that
just,
pass that he threw to Evans on the sideline over there? It was like, bro.
oh yeah, across the field.
Yep, across the field,
man.
bro. I'm like, that man's 43 years old.
43. That's true.
He's 43 years old, bro. And in the beginning of the year, we was dogging him like this man has no deep ball. He can't do it. Something about Tom Brady when them playoffs come, bro.
I can't handle it.
Something
dude.
about Tom Brady when the playoffs
I'm hopeful
come.
today that New Orleans takes care of business, and then Tampa Bay has to go to New Orleans next week, and then it's
So the first game is Baltimore.
first game today is Baltimore, Tennessee.
Who you got, Spence? Baltimore, Tennessee.
I'm taking Lamar, bro.
I'm taking Lamar too. Who you got, because
I'm going Tennessee, man.
think they're gonna run Derrick Henry down their throat?
I just think
He's too
And
hard to
Tannehill
stop, man.
he's
It's gonna
hot and
be a
cold, bro,
tough
because he can
matchup.
have some games.
I don't. I think Tennessee's better.
I think they're better too, but Lamar tweeted out. He said, "I'm tired of going home early."
And
I'm taking
I hope
Lamar,
he's right because I want. Well,
Do you want to? Would you
we got
rather?
the we got the
okay,
winner,
now I'm
so it
asking
doesn't
you the
matter.
caveat
Okay.
question.
Who I rather play?
Would you, exactly. Would you
Baltimore.
rather play Baltimore
I
or
would.
Tennessee?
Baltimore.
Versus the Chiefs, obviously.
Baltimore.
You'd rather play Baltimore?
Yep.
I don't know.
I
bro.
agree though. I would much rather play Baltimore if I was the
Because
Chiefs. Because the way you stop the Chiefs is the run game, an impeccable, long, pounding, short
Yeah,
yardage
that is
run
true.
game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Short yardage over and
you're right.
over and over and over, but you
Yep.
chunk it away every 4 downs, dude, and that will beat the Chiefs, dog. That is the one thing I do not want to see happen.
And they got the guy
who
that
best
can do
to
it.
execute that.
Yeah.
then Derrick Henry,
Then-
who ran
then
for $2
King
grand this
Henry.
year.
Yeah.
That's the rough
He's the
part,
8th
man.
running back in league history to run for $2 grand.
Bro, I
Either
don't
way,
want to see
either way,
it.
that game is going. Either way,
I don't wanna
man,
see
we
it.
got a tough one.
So you're saying Tennessee? We going with Lamar, LJ8.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a good game. I'm excited to see it.
Well, you know what? Look at us getting ahead of ourselves. The night game is Pittsburgh and
And
Cleveland. And
yeah.
if Cleveland wins, Cleveland comes to Kansas City.
Oh yeah, because they get the lowest
lower
seed,
seed.
and then the Bills get the highest seed. Yeah.
So it could be. We could potentially have Cleveland, Tennessee, or Baltimore.
Okay, so who do you got that game then? Spencer, who you got? Cleveland and Pitt. That's the Sunday night.
Yep. It's tonight.
Sunday night game.
I want to take Cleveland so bad,
Take them.
but Mike Tomlin, dog,
Yeah.
he ain't trying to see that.
Well,
bad
they
as
beat
they
them last
playing,
week,
like,
so
down the
they're
stretch.
playing back to back. This is two weeks in a row they playing each
I
other.
know.
You know, they just got
exactly.
beat last week.
But who played last week? It was Mason, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
See
that
You know
is
what
true.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mike
that
did
is
that
true.
on purpose, G. I'm telling
Right.
you.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Cleveland
And
had
it's
to
not
have
just
it.
it's not just for Ben's arm, dog. They put together some
And honestly,
shit for
Mason
their ass,
Rudolph
bro, I'm telling you.
still almost walked out of Cleveland with
With a win.
With a win.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like,
So who you said? You said who?
He
Mike
wants.
Tomlin?
He said he wants Cleveland, but he's going Pittsburgh. I
So
think.
you going Pitt?
I'm going
I'm
Pittsburgh.
not a big
I would like
Baker
to see
Mayfield
Cleveland
fan.
win,
Like,
so I wouldn't be mad if they did, but
so I'm most definitely going with Pittsburgh.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
yeah, man.
And then what's the middle game at 3?
Saints, Bears at New Orleans.
Matt Nagy is not making that happen.
Yeah, I think
don't
it's gonna. I think this could get ugly.
Yeah.
Like really.
Is
ugly.
Michael Thomas playing? Is
Yep.
he back?
Yep.
And then Alvin
Yep.
is already
I
playing.
think this
so-
is a game that's going to determine.
And they have a good front seven.
Yes.
This
for
is
New
a game
Orleans.
that's going to determine if Drew Brees retires or plays another year.
No, they said. I thought he said he was already retiring. After
I know
the
what they're
year.
saying. Yeah, I agree with you there, Spence. Yeah, they're saying that this could be. But if he's sharp, it might stick in his head. All I think
They
is
got some talent.
all I think is Tom Brady and Drew Brees wake up every day and look at each other's numbers.
Absolutely.
see how
That's
yeah,
exactly what's happening,
they're-
dude.
That's
You
what
know
they're
that's
doing.
what's
man.
happening.
That is a hell of a take.
You know that's what's happening.
That's so true.
Like, oh, what I got to do this week. You know, like, that's what they're doing right now. And Drew
They're right
Brees is
there, man.
That's why Tom Brady want to stay in the game, and Drew Brees trying to
Correct.
stay right with him.
Correct.
Because Drew want the numbers just as bad as Tom.
Tom looks like he could play way longer than Drew Brees playing right
He
now.
does.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
well, you know, when Drew's getting laid out and his ribs cracked, you need to reevaluate.
9
your line.
ribs cracked at that. Yeah.
You know, like,
Which I'm gonna take it back to that. That was a legal hit, even though they
It was legal.
It was a
Yeah,
legal
it
hit,
was-
even though they
it
threw a
was
flag on
clean.
Buddy
He
he
for
just
it. It was a
nailed
clean
him,
hit.
dude.
Yeah, it's got him.
He nailed
And
him.
what Drew Brees is, they say he's 6 foot, but he's probably like 5'11", 5'10". So
right.
he got crushed. Buddy crushed him.
He got, man, and what is he, 40, 41?
Bro, Tom Brady looked like he could go to 45.
Drew's like, nah.
said he
Tom,
did, man.
Tom, his wife ain't gonna let him do that.
Who you think Giselle
She
gonna
keeps
tell
saying
him
she
to quit?
wasn't gonna let him do all this.
Yeah.
He said he's going to 45.
Bro, he can do it. How many times do you see Tom Brady on the ground, bro? Like, let's be honest. How many times do you see him sacked?
Even when he gets sacked, he just falls on the ground.
Yes. It's like
You never get a good shot on him except
Ever.
New Orleans. They can get to him, but you never do.
so. Like, I mean, who's gonna stop the man? Like I said, he was looking shitty at the beginning of the year. Yesterday, he's looking like 32-year-old.
I just don't know how he figured it out like that.
LeBron James.
But he's aging backwards, man. Tom looks better.
LeBron.
You put a picture of Tom Brady at 23 versus a
Yeah,
picture of him
you're
at
right.
43.
You
He
wanna-
looks better.
You want a hot
right.
take?
He just looks
You want a
better.
hot take? Stem
Well,
cells.
yeah. I wouldn't doubt that one bit.
Yeah.
Stem cells.
No,
Absolutely.
Spencer, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? Stem
I believe
cells.
that, dude. I believe he's doing
When
something.
you have access,
I think he's doing something so cutting edge, so like, whatever.
don't quote me on this, but I
do
swear
this.
he's like a vegan or something like that too.
He's
or something
something.
like that.
You heard about the
Where?
CRISPR babies, right? That was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. The CRISPR
The,
babies.
the what?
The
I have no
purely
clue what that is, Spencer.
lab-created children.
In the United States?
No, in Japan.
That's
I
blasphemy.
think it was Japan
No,
or China somewhere.
I believe it
Lab
happened.
created
I'd have to
kids?
double check. Don't
I
give me,
believe
don't
it
give me
happened.
shot out here. I'm
But
just
that's
saying, like
blasphemy.
somewhere over there in the east.
That's anti everything.
What?
Made
That's
the
blasphemy.
made the children in a lab.
Bro.
That's blasphemy.
CRISPR
No,
baby,
but-
CRSPR, I think.
I'm gonna check that
No,
out.
yeah, check that. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out too because I didn't even hear about that. But
Yeah. Oh, dog.
no, back to Tom Brady. Like I said, LeBron James. The reason why I said LeBron James are the greatest athletes who play the longest, spend the most money on their health.
I agree.
They say LeBron spends up to close to what 1 million
it's over
to
a mil,
1.5. Shit, Tom Brady probably does the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi.
It just feels like, and I guess that's where Spencer takes over here, is that he's aging backwards, bro.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
all kinds of shit,
Tom Brady's Benjamin Button.
Look,
Straight up.
look. But you know what? To round this conversation out, first off, who y'all taking? The Bears or the Saints?
I'm going Saints big, man.
Saints.
Big.
Yeah, I'm going Saints,
Saints.
too.
Oh, and shout out to Nickelodeon. You guys hear about this?
No, what happened?
They're showing, and the NFL is brilliant. They're playing that game also on Nickelodeon. So if kids want to watch a football game, but not the serious football talk, Nickelodeon is showing the NFL game. One of the
Oh,
NFL games.
man. They've got their hand in everything.
Look at this.
On Sundays in America, you got church and football, bro.
That's right. In the opposite orders, you keeping it real.
Exactly. Because people will go to 8 a.m. service to make sure that they make the Chiefs by noon. That's
Straight up,
crazy.
That's crazy.
How about that though? Nickelodeon getting in on there.
No, that's
Man,
cool.
that's what's up, man.
That's really cool.
I think like child commentary would be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on. I want to hear
I
it.
know y'all have been seeing this. The 8K, the 8K film.
Oh yeah, the sideline camera. That's dope, dog.
Bruh.
The what?
Yeah, it's dope.
So they have like
Spencer,
this
you would love
8K camera that Fox has
Fox
been
has,
using for like
yeah.
the past month or so. It was a beta test,
Testing
and then,
it out.
and then it hit Twitter and people was like,
This is
"Run it."
fantastic. Yeah.
I would watch the game like that,
Yeah.
all day. So it's like a clear view. So you know how you can put your phone on portrait mode and how like
It's like
filters
that, man.
out that it's literally like that, but the NFL. It was a video yesterday I was looking at. They were showing Aaron Donald before the game, and he looked like he was on Madden, bruh.
Technology's foolish, man.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Fox. The Fox forecast will have it on there today.
Bruh. Did you see the Boston Dynamics robot dog climb stairs effortlessly?
Yeah, none of that surprises me, bro.
Bruh. The amount of programming that goes into that should surprise you.
To make something walk and all that stuff.
Like walk, like we got robot little vacuums that scurry around, but that's just wheels and sensors on the edge. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think.
But
Where did you come up with
think of like
robot dogs out of
joint,
where we were just?
they're just practicing AI, dude. They are practicing
Okay,
AI.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? They're building actual robots that practice AI. That don't bang in the walls. They have their own joints. Like it's a reverse knee. The robot's dogs are a reverse knee.
I mean,
That's how
AI has
describe
been
it.
used in everything.
And
'cause
it
in my
walked
field,
upstairs, turned a corner, walked up some more stairs, effortlessly. G.
that's who's
Boston
is that?
Dynamics.
Elon Musk got his hands in that.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't be
doubt it.
surprised.
I don't think it's in this one.
You don't think? Or is that a research facility?
They've been
Is
doing
that just
stuff
a
like
research
this all the
facility?
time. They're the ones that built that robot that you can't knock over.
Oh yeah, that you can push
Yep.
and
Yep.
he won't fall. Yeah, I've seen that video.
So they've been, dog. They
No, but
implemented that technology
artificial
into this dog. Like
intelligence
it's wild, man.
is crazy wild, bro. Because this might, I know this has happened to y'all before, but so I just bought a new car and I need to get my stuff registered. So I'm thinking, I got to go to the DMV in Lee Summit. So I figured you got to make an appointment. So I just literally picked up my phone and went to Google and typed in Lee Summit, and the next thing DMV.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
like,
good.
bruh,
Man. Yeah.
Come on, bro. I literally,
Yeah.
how is this
Yeah.
pulling energy from my arm, me holding
Yeah.
it, typing from my
Yeah.
brain, bro?
Yes.
Like, did they
Yes.
sneak a chip in me type shit?
Nope,
You know what
they
I'm
stuck a
saying?
chip in your phone.
There's so much.
They're constantly listening to us, bro.
Yeah,
And
man.
you know
That's
what?
really what it
That's
is,
a
bro.
great segue into the bullshit we saw this week. Because you know what? We pour millions of dollars, billions of dollars into the NSA, and where the fuck was they at with this shit?
Yep.
Where was they at?
What you talking about? You
The
talking about January
Capitol.
6th?
Wednesday. Yeah.
Talking about the Capitol.
Oh, man.
They'll listen to us, but they ain't hear that. They ain't hear
They
that.
most definitely
You know
heard
what
that.
I'm saying? They didn't hear that
What
at
a
all.
day,
They
man.
knew
What a day.
nothing of the sort. No, not
So,
an idea.
because, give me your take. What do you like?
Well,
No, all right. Your first feelings.
very good. I'm glad you asked
Yeah,
that because
like how you first felt.
well, that morning, you know, I jump on Twitter because I see whatever I'm scrolling, and I see that there's a rally, so I tweet out another rally ? Like, what are we
Yeah,
doing? Like,
yeah.
so I, whatever, and I knew it was senators were going to certify the votes and blah 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 blah, but I'm just like, what are we rallying for again? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay it no mind. A couple hours go by, scroll, and then you start to see the buzz building on tensions rising at the Capitol. So I'm like, people that are on the ground looking at these videos, like, oh, this is getting kind of
Yeah,
heated.
they're marching. Okay, they're just
they're
headed
like,
to the Capitol. Yeah.
something's happening, and before you know it, it's pandemonium, man. It's a full out breach, and I said this yesterday, like. It's going to take multiple investigations to really get to the bottom of how truly disturbing that day was.
Like, how does this happen? I'm asking you that question, and then I'll get to Spencer. But how does this happen? Because, like, what got us to the point to where you have Americans storming the Capitol outside of Trump? So that's
did
an
we get
awkward
here?
question. Outside of, so not him. Not his ideology leading these folks, but how do these people get there? In thought.
You are my
Honest opinion, yeah, always. I know that's a tough question.
I think how we get here is finally the others found their voice. That they realize we really can change something. And so the most powerful thing for people to lose with power is their power.
Status quo.
Yeah. And so when Georgia showed up and came out, let's go back to November.
Mm-hmm.
When, he was defeated legally, fraud free.
Yeah.
That was a big jolt. Because people finally woke up and said, there is plenty of us to make change. And then the Georgia runoffs, and then the
Shout out Stacey Abrams.
the Democrats win those,
Killer Mike.
and it's feel like how many times you heard this? I feel like we're losing our country. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's mine too.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it was that fear of the others realizing they also had power, and so it's basically white fragility, man. Like the fragileness of whiteness took over.
And I feel like a lot of the conservative media has been pushing that to that demographic that they're taking
you're
what
losing.
you're used to
Yeah.
from you,
Yes.
instead of Americans just
It's the
progressing as Americans.
Or it's just it's their turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be anybody's turn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I agree with
America, yes, it has its flaws, but it's built from a melting pot of many people. And as Americans, we should always root for each other to progress.
I 100% agree
You know what I'm
with that.
saying? So now I'm asking you another question. So now that you've had a couple of days to digest, what is your thought now, and where do you see this heading going forward?
Okay.
You've had a couple of days to digest. You see what's happening.
More people died in this than they died in Benghazi. And Benghazi was not a great situation.
Mm-hmm.
We lost those 4 military personnel. An ambassador and a couple military personnel. A handful of years ago, almost a decade ago. But I mean, people wanted people thrown in prison for Benghazi.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted people punished for Benghazi. And 4 died in Benghazi, 5 died at the Capitol attacks. 5 people.
The Blue
Lost their
Lives
lives.
crowd, the Blue Lives Matter crowd killed a cop.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. And so, my initial thoughts or my final thoughts are, this isn't the last time this is going to be tried. I don't know about
It was too
federally.
easy.
That's right. I don't know about federally or statewide, but this is not the last time a group of people are going to try to push themselves into a gig because they saw how easy it was. Really, I mean,
Easy.
That was very, very easy.
Easy. From the man saying we're going to march down there and tell them how we feel and take our country back,
Yeah, man.
to him leaving and Air Force One going back
Yeah.
to the White House
Yeah.
and them marching down to the Capitol. And then you got cops opening the doors for them.
Taking selfies.
I also
But
want to
you know-
ask. I also want to ask you one more thing. Then I'll give you my take, and then I'll let Spencer get on his 5-minute monologue. But Josh Hawley,
Yeah.
Ted Cruz,
Yeah.
100% responsible.
No.
Oh,
No.
interesting.
I think it's much more blame to go around. You know, it's the whole Trump allegiance. Josh Hawley wants to be president,
Opportunist.
so he's trying to. Him and Ted are wrestling for the MAGA base,
Yeah.
not the Republican base, the MAGA base, and so they've got to keep all that stuff close to the vest, so that because Trump's gone, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
He's
He's not coming back.
He'll be not politically at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
He'll be, he'll get a TV show or something. Something. He'll stay in the limelight.
Well, he's milking his supporters right now
Right,
for
right.
as much money as possible.
and I think that's who Josh and Ted are wrestling for, control of the MAGAs. Because those people aren't going anywhere. That line of thinking is not going anywhere. That branding style is not going anywhere.
Oh, it's the new age
So
McCarthyism.
somebody
like I
has
said.
to
It's
grab
the new
those
age
guys, and
McCarthyism.
those are two that are fighting for it, and they're just as disingenuous and full of shit
Yeah.
as anybody out there.
Won't be president.
No,
Yeah. Not
No.
after what happened
No.
on Wednesday.
No.
That's not happening.
no.
So I'll give you my take. So like you said, you and I on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I'm watching it live a little bit. I'm working during the
Right.
day, so I'm
Right.
catching it here and there and getting buzzes on my phone, and then I'm like, and then I watched the beginning portion of Trump's speech, but I'm like, okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
talking his regular nonsense, and these people are eating it up,
Yeah.
And realistically, it didn't even really seem like the crowd was really engaging in him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of what was going on, which is what surprised me. So then, as you say, like you said, the day keeps going further and further on, and you're like, okay, now they're showing video of these people just walking down the what do they call it, the mall?
Yeah,
yeah. 'Cause
watch
I've
the
never been
mall.
to DC. It's on my list, but I've never been to DC because I would love to see the
You got to get there.
African American.
Yeah, I know. I got to see that.
I would love to
Yeah,
see
the Smithsonian, Black Smithsonian.
the museum. So I would love to see that. But so I'm seeing them walk down, and I'm like, okay. Then they're like, oh, okay, now they're on the steps. Then you get the alert. They're trying to break into the Capitol. And then you start scrolling through social media now, in the age that we live in, bro.
It's coming right now.
It's instant.
Yeah, it's coming right now.
I'm there. I'm at the
Yeah, you
protest.
sure are.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying?
are.
Through
You are.
Twitter,
Yeah.
YouTube, or whatever.
You are.
And I'm sitting here watch this, and I'm like, this is what we get.
This is really happening.
This is I was like, this is where we're at. You know what I'm saying? This is where we're at. We went from tiki torches, and Jews will not replace us, and Heather Heyer dying from the white supremacists who
Charlottesville,
ran
yeah.
her over in Charlottesville, and the president saying find people on both sides. You know what I'm saying? And calling Kaepernick a son of a bitch for taking a knee, just saying, hey, and this is before Black Lives Matter. Hey, can we look at this criminal justice system over here? Just treating black people a little bit different than it is treating everybody else. Can y'all pay attention? So I'm gonna take a knee and use my platform to speak
light
out,
on it,
to shed
yeah.
light on something that's not being paid. This is not even Black Lives Matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, the audacity, bro. And honestly, I'm just gonna say it. If you've never believed in white privilege in your lifetime, then I hope you turned on the TV on January 6th, 2021. Because, and I'm gonna make the correlation, bro. Yes, people, the Black Lives organization sheds is the right's crutch to crush the movement. You know what I'm saying? Because of what the organization stands for. But you legitimately have people out there in the summer just marching because they believe Black Lives Matter. The words. Let me specify just the words. Black Lives Matter. They were met with tear gas, billy clubs,
Rubber
all
bullets.
of the above. You know what I'm saying? And even then, and then you see these guys just walking up to supposedly the most secure building in this country. And then I'm sitting back, I'm also thinking like, damn, if Iran, freaking China, or Russia since infiltrated this country with, let's say, 200 people that they got into the country periodically over a period of time.
Could they
With
they get the
str-
capital
with guns
they get the
and-
capital like it's nothing. Yeah,
Easily.
that's true. Yeah,
Easily.
yeah.
What I saw, man, it disgusted me. It hurt me because I know that just for using the words Black Lives Matter and people out there, we didn't clearly get the same treatment. This is months apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that correlation has to be made and that has to be said, bro, because that's just the facts. These people they did what the hell they wanted to. We would have been shot at the steps. Actually, we wouldn't have made it to the steps.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We would not have made it to the steps. So, I mean, that's what angers me, you know, because how? I'm sitting here thinking, like, how? You got people taking pictures with their feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
What? Just
You got
actively
people
committing federal
sitting where
crimes, dog.
the
Yeah, man.
Vice
Yeah.
president of the United States was just
Yeah.
the president of both houses at that point in
Yeah.
time in that area, taking pictures, selfies.
Tearing shit up. No, they were
They
pissing
killed
in the hallways.
a cop.
Yep, they did. Yeah, man.
And these people were giving free interviews. They were taking pictures. We're patriots. This is our country.
Yeah,
And I just think the nationalism that has been thrown down our throats from the time we get into the American education system, that, you know, I love. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on America, but I love our country.
I
You know what I'm
understand.
saying? But that
You
also
have the right
can,
to
you can
criticize
get
things that you
can-
love.
That can misconstrue you at times. You know, America, we're so great, and this, that, and the other. We can't do no wrong. Da, 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 da. No, I think that's dangerous at times because then you got people attacking their own country, calling themselves patriots.
Yeah.
That's asinine.
yeah.
That's la la land shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it took one man to say, "Hey, we're going to march."
Yeah.
And
But
then-
this was playing.
No, I think it was an
playing.
inside job too.
This was playing.
100% an inside job. Then we had the top two. You got Trump, you got Pence, and you got Nancy. Those are top three in our government. So if Trump's gone, Mike's up. If Mike's gone, Nancy's up.
Right, right.
You had Mike and Nancy in a dire situation, and 45's just watching on TV, watching the country burn down. And reports they say that he was enthusiastic about it.
I'm telling y'all right now, if they would have got their hands on an elected official they didn't like,
They had zip ties and
guys,
shit.
yeah, this was going to be bad, y'all. Like, this was going to be bad.
It's crazy.
Spencer, ding ding, man.
Yeah, you got.
I want to hear it, bro. I want to hear. I know we talked a little bit the other day, but I want to hear it.
I just
Have
think
y'all
that shit
ever
was
heard
crazy.
of the great civilization of Egypt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that there were 11 Ramses? Y'all probably only know about 2 or 3 of them, but there was
Just the
11,
ones from the cartoons and stuff, right?
11 Pharaoh Ramses.
Okay.
Why is that? How did you get 11 Ramses without, time being your answer? There was a group called the Hittites that the Egyptians warred with.
Yeah.
And
That's in the Bible.
They were right next door. Okay?
Okay.
And the Egyptians and the Hittites fighting each other over land. But there was this group called the Assyrians,
Yep.
Right.
In the Bible also, which is now Syria today.
right? Absolutely.
Yep.
The Assyrians, right up there in that little bridge that connects Egypt to Europe, Eurasia area.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
What they called Asia Minor.
Major facts. And
Knowledge.
Knowledge. It's power.
The Assyrians were threats to them both. So the only thing that compelled them to work together was the threat of the Assyrians, who could have taken down either one of them probably, right? And eventually, later on, they ended up warring again. And they split themselves into all of these little miniature governments.
Sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
There were like 5 of them, all the way from the top of Egypt down to through Thebes, right? And that is when Assyrians came through and took all of their land at the same time. That many years down the road. America has been around for 400 years. The government hasn't been around for that entitled, that length of
Right.
time.
Yeah.
America itself started its development over 400 years ago. Okay? Once the government came into effect and started running things the way we know it today, none of that teaching, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't come out the womb hating people.
Yeah.
Right.
So none of that teaching has gone away. That's still taught. Because we've only been desegregated how many years?
50, 55.
That's not enough time to wipe away 400 some odd years
I say that all the time, man.
of teaching, handed down generation after generation after generation. Now, what really split the Hittites and the Egyptians was just their differences.
Yep.
Simple differences, nonetheless.
And a country divided can be easily conquered.
Absolutely. We've never been united. We have a two-party system. And the reason we have a two-party system is because it's such polarizing opposites in ways of thinking that developed the Union and the Confederates and things of that nature. And somehow, even through all of this history, we haven't fucking learned that we're going to be our own fucking demise
Correct.
if we don't understand each other's simple differences. We don't attempt. Shit, we even got differences amongst ourselves, but those differences never trump the opposite ends differences. As if they're not fucking people anyway. They all weigh the same.
Yeah.
They all weigh the same.
Yep.
And we've never made a real true attempt to shut the fuck up and just look back at the murder and the death that these simple differences have caused over and over and over. And just be like, is this worth it? All of these simple differences? Is this worth supremacy? Power? What do you want out of that anyway? The ability to oppress somebody else while saying you got this much amount of money so you're better than them? The head start that you get in life that most black people end up catching your ass anyway. In more ways than one. So I don't understand, man. I really fail to understand how we've done this before. We emphasize knowing, learning mistakes. You've all heard from y'all's parents.
Yep.
Learn from others' mistakes. Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Why we keep making the same ones?
What's your take? Why?
We haven't learned. And people we're flawed, man. We're messed up, man. Like everything you said is so simple, but yet so right.
And
Like
side note,
we've been at war for simple differences from the very beginning.
From the very beginning, man.
I was just gonna say thank you for taking us a walk down history. I love that. I love that shit.
Thank you,
So
G.
like that was
You're
perfect.
very welcome, man. I wish more people like I said, man. Like why have we become a nation that charges for knowledge? We charge you to survive, man. Literally, insulin costs how much? A lot of people
lot of
that have
money, man.
diabetes have been handed down bad hereditary genes. I know multiple people with diabetes that are in absolute great shape,
Right.
diabetic anyway.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a mass disease
Right.
that kills like what we know now.
Mm-hmm.
And it is why did we choose, because it's a choice at this point. The same dumbass mistakes have given you the same consequences over and over upside your head, and you've chosen not to learn. They've chosen, G. This isn't just, lottie-dottie. No, bro. It has been chosen to be like this.
That's true.
This isn't by accident.
I think it's it's definitely by design, man. I think it goes back to America is very Darwinistic, bro. Like, we're dog eat dog here. That's how we were programmed, and so it's only
capitalism
the strong. It does that. That's what does
to
that
the T.
That's what it does. That's
You
what it does.
capitalize off people's emotions, people's fears, people's insecurities.
There's not one industry
that.
that
Yeah,
doesn't
you have-
exploit something.
That's right. That's right.
And
Not
that's what
one
capitalism
industry.
is.
That's
what politics
pure
is.
Yeah, that's
capitalism.
what- yeah.
Is exploitation.
And that's what politics is.
Yeah.
We've chosen the way that we generate our currency to amass wealth, whatever
to
we
use
deem
people.
that is
It's
to
to
use people.
Yeah, it's
Correct.
to use people.
Correct.
That's really the simple, like,
Correct.
some people don't want to fucking be used.
Yeah. Yep.
Some people are down. Don't get me wrong. Some people perfectly fine going 9 to 5, somebody else's bullshit. Whatever, do your thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If that's you, that's you. But when you force an economy that preys on its people, what economy do you have without its people?
Exactly.
Once you lose those people, you don't have a fucking economy.
Which is why the top 1% needs the top poorest people in America to stay as poor as possible.
Bro. They gotta
Because
they
poor
have to,
people are realistically the only people to spend money.
instead of physically,
they have to.
which they've even recently started doing again, but instead of physically putting their boots down on the people's backs, they found ways throughout all of this history to dodge the fucking lesson and just find other ways. They're just gonna find other ways to fuck you. High interest loans, devaluing your house because you black. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no! Here's the kicker.
Like,
What
all
you-
these
what-
other ways.
We're literally
And
in
as if these people are blind, bro. Like, if they've really spent 400 years being this fucking blind, dude, through generations of just blind people,
bro. I'm about to take it a little bit further though,
I
because
can't take it.
financially, the paper dollar is slowly disappearing right before in front of our eyes. And then when you are going into stores and stuff like that, and you can only use plastic, and not people don't have access to bank accounts and plastics, that's when we're really gonna see some shit hit the fan. Think about that. Right now, we have this green paper that we can put down and
Yeah.
get food and this, that, and other. And coins that people can collect, and poor people can go pick up cans and turn that in for money and stuff like that. But what if I'm not able to go pick up a bag of 100 cans and go turn it in, exchange this in for paper? And I don't have a bank account, and they can't direct deposit that to me. How am I supposed to eat, feed my family, stuff like that? That's when you're really gonna see the turmoil.
We move away
Because the
from
rich
paper currency.
is still gonna be rich or richer at that point in time.
So how did we get there, Spencer? I really want you to answer that question. How did those folks, what was going through their mind, you believe, for them to enter the Capitol and do what they did?
Yeah, like what do you think that they were truly
was
trying
their
to accomplish?
what
I
was
don't
their
know if y'all
motivation?
remember this conversation we had back when we started this podcast, but we were talking about abortion rates, right? And when we were talking about abortion rates, we also talked about how 50% of those abortion rates are by white women, and the other 50% are spread amongst other ethnic groups. And then we also tied that
yeah, I
in
remember
with
that, yeah.
a conversation about when Donald Trump was passing the immigration ban.
Okay.
More brown
Yeah,
people
I'm
coming into the
tracking.
country.
Yeah, I'm tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Less
tracking.
white people are born on a daily basis. Okay, see, this is a status quo thing. They don't know nothing else. They've never known nothing else. And what do
That's
people fear
right.
the most? The unknown.
Change, yeah.
You feel me? That's why shit ain't never changed. Because it's a fear of imagining a world that isn't what they've experienced the whole
Isn't
life.
theirs. Yeah, isn't theirs.
isn't what they've been taught throughout thousands of years of history. Oh yeah, by the way, we did this, we did this, we did this, and all of these mass achievements are on the backs of other people. It's all been genocide. It's all been bloodshed. All of it to spread all kinds of knowledge, to spread all kinds of trade, to spread all kinds of goods, religions, whatever. It's been bloodbaths to just spread an ideology.
Yep, I can attest to that.
And throughout the world, dog, that ideology has been thrown away by every other ethnicity group's own achievements. They've done things in their civilizations throughout their histories that they've gotten to learn about. That's when that ideology is thrown away. Now you have this little ass country on the grand scheme of things called fucking America, where the majority of all of these people live, and then you got people across the pond, right, with this little ass piece of land. And they've got all of these colonies around the world where they amass bloodshed to spread a fucking ideology. But now they just left to themselves. Because nobody else believes this shit anymore. And that scares them. That's why they've always turned to what the fuck happens throughout history. Violence, bloodshed. This is what the fuck they know. It's the most primal shit. But we've fantasized it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've glamorized all of this history as if these people were great people that led these battles to wipe people the fuck off the planet for the sake of an ideology. More land, more people to spread our shit. Man.
So, where do we go from here?
Dude, the only way you change people like that is by changing the heart. You don't change their minds. It's obvious. You can't change their minds. The only way you change the heart is you lead by example. When you see disabled people go amass great achievements, it's like, damn, not having no legs didn't stop this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That changes your
That's a good
heart.
point.
Fuck your mind. You just watch somebody else do it who's probably had a rougher time than you did.
Yeah.
You watched it real time. You change here, bro. That's the only thing that you can make change. You lead by example. So to do that in government, you have to stand the fuck up, stop talking about all of this bipartisan shit because they ain't willing to fucking team with your ass.
Yeah.
If 2020 didn't show you that, I don't know what the fuck else to smack across your face. Books? Because you ain't going to read them shits anyway.
Yep.
You don't fact check yourselves at all.
Well, facts aren't facts anymore.
It's
They're
ridiculous,
just opinions.
man.
So,
It's ridiculous.
where do we go? Or is that a cliffhanger question?
Man, no, I just think I've been a bit of a pessimist when it's come to this question as of late. I think we're broken, man. I think it's broken. I do.
So you think? I think we're vulnerable as hell right
Here
now.
comes the recycle. Like, people loosely throw out the term Civil War. I don't think it's getting to a bloodshed Civil War.
It's not a ha moment anymore.
That's not happening.
We saw that it's
But
not. Yeah.
there is battle lines have been drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that MAGA is the new Confederacy. Those,
I saw you
those
tweet
flags,
that, though.
those T-shirts, those bumper stickers. That thinking is not going anywhere. So I think the inverse is now, instead of flying a Confederate flag,
It's a Trump flag.
it's a Trump flag, or it's both. I think that
They
is
mean the
new,
same thing.
I think that is the new Confederacy.
When have
This
they-
is the new battle.
When have they not meant the same thing? Since the beginning.
Right.
The same people that fly that old ass Confederate flag are losers. Fly this one. These same people. We're talking about these same people. It's just a different label. They just, strip the last business off. Let's put the next one out.
The very fine people on both sides that the president was talking about.
That's it. That's it, bro. That's all.
And
It's,
so,
it's always
and I think, and once again, I think there's a difference now. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a new battle. Like, I have friends that are conservatives. I have friends that vote Republican. I don't have any friends that are MAGA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference, bro.
No,
like,
there is
like,
a difference.
to
There's
me,
100% a difference. No,
to
I
me,
agree with
like
you. Yeah.
them cats that are super obnoxious and you know what I'm talking about.
No, the
those
cats
guys,
that legitimately
the
idolize
pickup
one
trucks,
single man.
all that guy, all that stuff. I'm not doing that. So I think there's a shift. There's a shift.
I mean, wasn't it Lindsey Graham that said that if Donald Trump became president, that he would destroy the Republican Party? Yeah,
Yes,
it was. It was
yeah,
Lindsey Graham that said
well-
that. Yeah, he said that. He said, and we will deserve it.
Yeah, because
definitely-
his dumbass supported him all the way.
Correct.
Yeah, you deserve it.
No, exactly.
Hell
But
yeah.
I agree with you on that because, like Spencer said, they come hand in hand. At every rally, you somehow see a Trump flag next to a damn Confederate flag.
Yep.
And then that one famous image from Wednesday.
The guy walking in the halls, man.
A Confederate flag has never been in the halls of our Capitol building, bro.
No.
Ever in the history of our country,
Has
bro.
today.
It had on. It did on
But check this
Wednesday.
out.
Proudly.
Check this out. How long ago was the Confederacy?
1865, 1861, 1865.
What year is it?
2021.
Arguably, I would say it never really went
It
away.
never went away.
155
Bro,
It
what
never
about
went
the
away.
United Daughters of the Confederacy that got to put all of that Southern sympathism in all of their history books?
The
Yeah.
Dixies.
For years and years and years and years. G.
you know.
All of these they erected all of these statues, all of these
Yes.
Confederate motherfuckers, bro. It never went away. How you gonna erect a statue of someone that committed treason against you, G?
I mean, and realistically,
How we
the
gonna
funny
honor
thing
that?
is
We
you-
named schools after these people.
bro.
Yes,
the
we
funny,
did.
the
You know
you know
funny
what I'm
thing
saying?
about
What are you
that
talking about? It went away.
is that the argument that Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley were both arguing was was what 1876 when 3 Southern states didn't
ratified.
ratify the election.
Yeah.
So there was a negotiation where they did the commission. They were like, okay, if you ratify the election for this, i.e., whoever the president was supposed to be, this, we will give you Jim Crow. So there you go, right there.
Oh, you're talking about the. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're talking about the end of Reconstruction. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yep.
Rutherford B. Hayes.
Yeah, that exactly.
Yeah.
That exactly moment. That
Yeah,
exact moment.
That changed it.
That gives you Jim Crow right there. So, like you said, the Confederacy never left. They just said, okay, you're free. We're just going to put you guys over here.
No, it's never changed.
Yeah, it's never changed. I mean, we could walk down Truce right now, and you still see the remnants of Jim Crow and segregation right now in Kansas City, Missouri. Walk
100
down
oh,
Truce
yeah. Oh, yeah.
from the beginning of Truce
East side, the west side.
all the way down.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why there's 71 Highway
Right side
through
of the
middle.
street, you see liquor stores, chicken, empty buildings.
Yeah.
Left side of the street, it's like a utopia.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
I think
To
it's
this
broke.
day.
I think it's broke. I do.
So beyond repair?
Bro, we're gonna have to write a new constitution.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Dude, our constitution, we're one of the youngest nations with the oldest constitution in the world.
Because you both have been saying it. Why y'all have been saying the reason why that document will never go away? Because we want to keep status
Yeah,
quo.
you gotta hold on to that.
That document is
That's why that document
is
has not been
strictly for
updated
that.
ever
And
in
they're
the
willing-
history of mankind.
Look at it.
Of
It's
our
never
time,
been
of our
proven more,
history.
bro, than watching those cops let those people in.
Yeah, that was
That shit has never been proven more. We don't have a criminal justice system. We have a criminally injustice system.
I know y'all both seen that
That's what
video.
we
That
have.
one black Capitol cop
Running up the stairs.
running up the stairs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about something. Just,
Where's his
And how does-
backup?
And how does Capitol Police not have no strap?
NSA.
They didn't have no
FBI.
strap.
bro, he was so
You know what I'm
spooked
saying? Why
that he
they weren't
dropped
there?
his baton, and then when he realized that, okay, I need to get upstairs, he had to pick up his baton, or they would have had his
That's
weapon.
what I'm
Bro,
saying,
it
man, like-
effortlessly got all the way to the point of a Secret Service member discharging a weapon. They got to the Secret Service through all the layers
Dude,
of defense that we
they would've
have
got
and pay
through
for.
that, yeah, if they got through that door, those were that's where the elected officials
And
were.
check it. She falls down, right? She gets shot in the neck. She falls back, and who's standing right there?
The cop.
The
More cops.
police.
Yeah.
They wasn't
Exactly.
stopping a damn thing. They standing right there looking down at her.
And how about this, fellas?
Bro, I don't.
You aside from the police officers, because that was messed up, man. You die in the name of Donald Trump. Dog.
Yeah. Mm.
What?
Yeah. Who don't give a damn about you?
That's your story?
Yeah.
That's how
That's
you
your
ended?
legacy.
You died for Donald Trump.
She did 4 tours
Yep.
for this country.
Yep.
And Donald Trump
And
is who
dies
she dies.
crawling through a window in the name
She
of Donald
died
Trump.
for an ideology.
Yeah, MAGA.
Yeah, and that's.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Spencer, was it you
Same
and I that were
people,
talking
different
about?
label,
No,
babe.
it was me and my buddy Max Gratton, who I've been friends with since like 6th grade. We were talking about this yesterday, and we were talking about like how the way that these people are being recruited for this radicalized, MAGA movement stuff is the same way ISIS does its recruiting. It's no different.
Yeah.
You go to your parlor sites and you're being fed all of this,
All of this
Absolutely.
bullshit.
all of this
Absolutely.
stuff
So-
that is not
check it,
true
so check
and
it.
making you emotional. You're losing who you are.
I'm glad
and
you said that, man. Because back in 2000, 2001, them shits weren't there. So they literally took a page out of their biggest enemy's book
Yep.
Yes, man.
and
Legitimately.
use it
No,
on
I-
its
yeah.
own people
Yep.
No, that's-
Yep.
that's
That's it.
for status quo.
Quo. Yep.
Not because
That's-
there's 141 million white people in this country. Now I ain't gonna generalize them like they generalize us, like we all.
Hey,
fucking
check this
bad,
out though.
Right.
Pause that, 'cause I want you to. You know how many black people? I looked this up Thursday. How many black people in America? you think?
41 million.
Percentage
42
wise?
million.
Yep, 42 million.
Okay, so which is what makes up. So there's 362 million people. So
There's 364 million people, 141 million white, 224 million, 225 million, just everything else.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
Put it in
saying?
that bucket. Yeah.
There's
And
225
then
million
42 million
everything
of
else.
us.
42 million of those 225 million.
So that's
are
about like 11%, 12%,
black. So check it. So check it.
Something like that.
something like that. yeah.
Imagine if we left.
Here we go.
Imagine if we left. Imagine
All of us, man.
all of us, dog. Cause check it. What's the #1 export of America?
Black culture.
Absolutely, and we don't charge
Yeah.
shit for it.
yeah, that's true.
We don't charge shit for it. We don't get nothing for it.
to say though? I'm curious.
No, I was when you said it. That's what maybe it toggled me. Yeah.
Because I thought
We don't charge nothing for it. We don't get shit for it, dude. The #1 fucking export out of this bitch right here is us. Once again, throughout all of this history, what's the #1 fucking export? It's us. Our dollar spends how quick? 6 hours?
Damn. I didn't
6
know
hours.
that.
So imagine if we'd actually got some money, got some land, built networks like they ass, right? Okay? And then we left.
Now I got a question for you. Where we going?
Where do we?
Where
bro,
would we go?
We could go all across because you know what? Here's one thing that's true. We just watched the Russian dude, one of the Russian people, talk about how Twitter banning Trump was an attack on free speech. What is that? What have the Russians done throughout all of history? G, they do the little spy shit, displace a government, then they go and fuck some shit up. Every time. Every
Well,
time.
perfect
What are they
example,
doing right now? What's that? What do you call
what's
that?
happening in between Turkey and them?
In Armenia?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. In
Same
Armenia,
shit.
yeah,
In
literally.
Russia
Same
back in
thing's
that.
happening. Yep.
Same
It's-
shit.
Yep.
Armenia
yep.
and Azerbaijan.
Yep.
I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't want to fuck nobody up. But
Azerbaijan.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, who is also backed by Turkey.
Yeah,
Turkey
correct.
backs one of them.
By
Russia backs the
By
other.
Erdogan, yeah. So you
Bro,
got Putin
it's-
and Erdogan back. Yeah,
Over
exactly.
simple differences.
Then you have a small country in the middle.
Over simple
Hey,
differences.
that's a
man.
whole other discussion that you got to do some.
Yeah, man.
That's a hot topic.
They like wiped out half of their country, bro.
You got like 3 history
In
buffs
like
on here.
2
so we be,
weeks.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
It was like 2 weeks, man. They like wiped out half of their country just for some land over simple differences that spanned hundreds of years, man. The same shit everywhere. How do we sit there, look ourselves in the mirror, call us, mankind, the apex predator, and we do dumbass shit like this for hundreds of years.
No, I mean, bro, 'cause we've been
For
deemed,
hundreds of fucking years, bro.
we've been doomed from the beginning, bro. But I will say this: you said that you feel like it's broken. I feel like it's broken, but I will never get to the point to where I feel like that we can't put the pieces back together, because I strongly do believe that us as humans, we will persevere. no, I mean, we've persevered through history.
Absolutely,
You know
but
what
this
I'm
ain't
saying?
gonna last, bro.
I think this
This ain't gonna last. There's
I
an
think
end
this
to
is a
every last
moment
one
in
of them.
history,
There's an end,
but not a lasting moment.
There's an end to all.
That's
of
what
them,
I think. I think this is a moment in history, but not a lasting moment.
There's an end to all of them. We're no different. There's an
No,
end to
I
all.
agree, but like I said, I think this is a moment where this is a wake up call for America, but at the same time, I don't think it lasts. I don't.
Hey,
Because
I think we're here for a while.
I hope
no,
you're
as
right,
long as
but-
as long as Donald Trump has his bullhorn, yes, I think we're here. But we've seen this coming. It's been coming for a
We've
long
seen it
time.
coming,
No,
though.
it's but now everybody it's been
manifested.
put on its head. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
So
saying?
leave.
So
So leave.
hit the music for music that's not so ass.
Hey, leave, man.
No, but like, this is a hell of a discussion because like, we could sit here and go for hours.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I'm
it's-
saying? But I don't want to really give it the voice nor the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad. I was happy that we got to get our feelings of what we saw and discussed in America off our chest. But we have to continue to persevere, especially us three as black men. You're a father.
Yeah.
So if you feel like this is broken and it's not going away, then how do you build a future for your brown children?
Okay, that's a good
You
question.
know what I'm saying?
I think I turn inward, man. Unfortunately.
You got to teach them what you know.
Yeah,
what
you
you
turn
know to
it-
be true. Because
Well,
this
and
this
that's
ain't
why
it,
the
man.
family dynamic is so important for life in general. If you can destroy the family dynamic, then anyone can influence your kids. I could have been influenced if my mom and my dad and my stepdad and my grandparents then instill the foundation of loving God and treating people how you want to be treated. You know, the golden rules and moralities that we live by that make us great people.
You know what, man?
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have that foundation, that roof over your head, then you are subject to what the world is going to deem that you're subject to.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. But there's a deep cycle of humanity. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create weak times. That's the deep cycle of humanity.
Yeah,
We're going through one of those cycles where we see weak men creating hard times. This is where we're at. And I feel like family is extremely important, but some of the values that we've carried throughout the years don't apply to right now.
But I would argue your greatest teacher is the best teacher in your life.
Is life.
Is your influence? No. Is the influence that you're grown up with.
I mean, yeah, those experiences.
Because that's your kids, you pretty much know who you are, I would say, by the time you're 10 to 12.
Yeah.
false.
I would say so.
I absolutely don't think so.
Yeah, no, because
I
I would
talk
say
to people
your
today,
mo-
bro.
I'm talking about like a morality
I'm talking about your morality
Yeah.
standpoints from what your parents instilled in you.
I mean,
100%.
think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
100%.
I think it's
Spencer,
a.
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't give a 3-year range, but somewhere.
I
It's
feel
somewhere,
like
you're
you
somewhere
soaked
down
up
there.
a lot of your parents' teachings by then, but you haven't stopped growing. The brain doesn't stop developing.
I'm
until
not
you're
saying you
25.
stop
No,
growing.
I'm talking
but
about-
I'm
I'm talking about
saying
your morality
core
piece.
values.
Yeah, your core morality.
For who you are.
Yeah.
By the time you're 10 and 12, the right and wrong that is instilled from you from when you were a child, I would say that's the age range. Yes, you're going to continue to find yourself. You're going to run into
I mean,
experiences
I
and
guess,
be in
yeah,
different
you can soak
environments.
you can soak up teachings of that.
But the most game that you get from the time you're born to about 10 to 12 is coming from who? Your parents.
absolutely, I would agree with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. The home is that damn important. Because if you are doomed, if you are failed from the time you're out of the womb to the time you're 10, and you don't know what love looks like, you don't know what structure looks like, of course, when you go to the fucking world, you're going to be like a chicken with their head cut. running into
I
walls.
absolutely agree with that, G.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's-
absolutely agree with that. But I think that some of the values that we've carried on aren't the right ones for now. I'm not disagreeing with you. Like for instance, bro, the golden rule: treat others how you want to be treated. Others don't give a fuck right now, G.
Yeah,
No, you got a point.
They
you're
don't
right.
give a fuck.
Okay,
There-
there it
look,
is.
look,
There
peep
it
game,
is.
peep
That's what
game.
you were trying to
Check this
say.
out, G. Check this out. You can be nice all you want. That don't mean they gonna give a fuck.
That's right.
That shit is going to piss you off. You're human.
Yeah.
It angers motherfuckers when they give their life to somebody and they walk in on them cheating. That don't anger you?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you nice. Oh yeah, I'm just glad I was nice to you for 30 motherfucking years. You go ahead, keep fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right though. Yeah.
So why teach something we know is false? They not gonna give a fuck. So stop teaching it. Teach them the real. Give
That's
them the
my
fucking
point.
real.
But
Stop,
if you're giving
stop-
them the real-
stop buttering it up. Talking about you can do anything.
Yeah.
All these people, you be nice to them, they be nice to you. If they hit you in the face, turn the other cheek, and you just gonna have 4 red cheeks.
No,
You're gonna
but
get
here's
sick
the
of that
thing,
shit.
though. Jason, when before
real.
we even turned on the camera and came to the studio, you said that you have hard conversations with your kids right now.
I do.
That's the point. Because Jason's not only I'm having a hard conversation with my son, or i.e. my daughter, but also when they are of age and they are able to think by themselves, and guess who they can come to and feel comfortable about having those
absolutely.
conversations
Absolutely.
with. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You have to have that strong, the family dynamic for kids
I think
and
you guys are saying the same thing. I think Spencer's saying is you can do that, but you also
Don't
gotta know,
sugarcoat it.
Yeah, you also
Yeah.
gotta know what's gonna happen when you walk outside this door.
Yeah. And I agree.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if you're doing that from the beginning, then you should feel comfortable with letting your child
Walk out the door.
And this
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
weak times do, bro, because it's robbing kids of childhood.
Yes.
The innocence, naivete of childhood,
It's gone.
hell no.
I would agree with that.
We gotta teach them finance right now. We gotta teach them governance right now.
Yeah.
Look.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's gone, dog. I'm sorry. Can't play no video games, G. You gotta learn this shit.
Yeah.
Can't go outside, play with your friends. Ain't no time to hoop right now. This is what weak times do. And what war have you known where we watching basketball? What real war, you know, we at home and you know, everything's going kosher. You know, we watching motherfucking the Grammys or some shit. Mm-hmm. No. The Great Depression? We ain't watching basketball.
Right.
A real motherfucking war that they talking about having that they want to have so goddamn bad. People on both sides want to. Oh, I'm hyped. I'm hyped to get my armory out the basement.
Yeah.
You don't even know what the fuck you about to put yourself through, let alone
Yeah.
others.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you know the number one thing that kills people in war is getting shot in the stomach after they've ate? Because their stomach acids are activated, so when that hole comes through, their stomach acids burn through all of their other organs. Y'all want to see that shit? That's what y'all want to see?
I don't
I don't
want
want no part of that.
I don't want to see that shit. So fucking leave. I'm done. Music that's not so ass.
What you been bumping? Spence? Did you hit the tunes? What you been bumping?
Period, man.
Spencer, man.
What you been bumping?
Scorcher, baby.
I don't want to see
No,
that
but
shit,
Spencer,
man.
I
I'm
love-
sorry. I'll be extra, dog.
No,
I'm sorry.
you weren't extra.
No,
Actually,
you're right.
This
like
was
I'm
tapered
telling
down,
you.
Spence.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, man. I think I've said this before, though. Like, you hate to say it, but the political game is, as whatever you think about the man. Okay, he's gonna live forever because of what he did these 4 years. And so, but what he's done though is he's changed the political spectrum. There is no decorum. So let's stop. I think what Spencer is saying. So let's stop playing that game.
Nah, yeah.
Let's stop playing that decorum game.
It's dangerous, man.
It
Better-
is dangerous.
it is.
Dangerous,
because one side is doesn't care
They don't
about it.
care, dude.
Yeah.
So we have to be in office, and everything that we know is going to help people, we need to pass it. We need to
That's
just
right.
pass universal health care.
That's right,
And then
man.
when you show them and lead by example that they can walk up in a doctor's office and not have to lose
And
their
get
ass
taken
for the
care
next
of.
5
Yeah.
months of rent,
I agree with
and
that,
be able
man.
to take that on, they'll shut the fuck up with this bullshit, dog.
Yep.
But we're not willing to do that for the sake of bipartisanship.
Yep. Yeah. That's where I'm with
That's
you.
crazy,
100%.
man.
Well, I mean, I'll give you this correlation.
That's
if
crazy.
we really want to be like, what you just said is right, because you know people get mad at Obamacare, but realistically, all Obamacare is old Romney care.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
that's literally
rebranded.
it, but 2 different names, and you hate this because it's got.
But
this
you know how many
person's
people?
name on it.
But you know how many people hate Obama, but the policy saved their life.
Exactly.
Something as a
And they don't even know that.
A
They
simple
don't know
difference
though.
that
They
has
don't even know.
lasted 400 some odd years is what kept them from helping themselves.
Music that's not so ass. we gotta go, bro. We gotta go. We gotta go, bro.
Y'all know-
Music
y'all
that's not
know I ain't
so
got no
ass.
music.
Yeah, yeah.
My music ain't so
What
ass.
you been-
damn
what
it.
you been bumping,
Myself. That's who I've been bumping.
Shout it out then.
Shout it out.
Shout out me,
Shout it
man.
out.
Check me out. Major Facts Music on SoundCloud. Holla at your boy. I also got an album out that I released a couple years ago, but it's still banging. It's my
Is
It's
banging,
my
for
actual
real, though.
name, Spencer Alexander. Note to
yep.
self. Other than that, man, shit, we rocking, dog.
Man, I'm gonna give a
'cause
quick.
fuck
I'm gonna
all
give
of
another
this other
shout out
shit,
real
G.
quick. No, I'm gonna give another shout out.
I ain't got it in me,
this
dog.
Saturday,
We rockin'.
Love 365 Heartfelt Collab will be released and available. Hit up myself, Malik, Bobby J. Like you said, hoodies up there. You get a combination. You get a combo of a mask and a hoodie for $60 this Saturday. Be on the lookout. More promo coming this week. Music that I've been really bumping. I've been bumping a lot of Future this week just because I've been heavily in the gym. Like that's my therapy, and I call Future my worldly pastor.
There you go.
Yeah, you know.
There you go.
Oh my
I
God.
love a lot of Jesus, but I like a little bit
Hey,
of
hey,
male
you know what?
masculinity.
Pray on it,
toxic
dog.
male masculinity.
Just pray on
too.
yourself, G.
Yeah,
Shoot.
you know, so I've been bumping a lot of Future this week, so shout out to my boy on that. But I mean, realistically, man, I appreciate this time. I appreciate the time weekly, bro. We won't be here next week.
We might be
be
here next week. Maybe.
Montrey's going out of town. I'm headed to Colorado for a business venture that I'm trying to make happen. So I'm going out there to Colorado, do some research, and then trying to come home and duplicate the research that I'm going to look at.
There we
so
go.
More to come.
Blessings,
on that
blessings,
specifically.
blessings.
No
Get
doubt,
that done.
no doubt.
Yeah, and like I said, for me, my goal, my power word of 2021 is my year of investment. Go get everything that Montrey wants to go get. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Instead of holding back.
Yep.
Shit, if I want the things that I want in life. You only get one life to give, so you might as well go get it. Really,
Amen.
you know. So that's what 2021 is for me. Building a foundation, pushing MFP, growing our conglomerate with that media business for the Kansas City local area and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Pushing Love 365, letting that grow. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Advancing Big Cousin, making sure his voice is heard, and then teachers' voices is heard. Fathers' voices is heard. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that we're going to continue to grow, and then I love this platform. I love our community 365 pods. Man, I'm just really excited for what 2021 has to bring for us, this group right here in this room, and for our endeavors, and our goals and things that we want to achieve. You know what I'm saying? It can only go up from here. Yes, our world looks fractured, but if we have a set thinking and set foundation that we can continue to build on. So that's my goal.
No doubt.
That's
We'll
all right.
leave it at that.
Yeah, that's all right. I can't
We'll
follow
leave it at
that.
that. So we'll let y'all know with some promo if we're gonna be around next week. If not,
Big ups to that.
so we'll let y'all know, man. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Y'all have a blessed week.
Hey, man.
Continue to help you and push the community 365 on what is it? Twitch.tv /
Community 365
Community
podcast.
365 podcast.
Yep.
On YouTube, Community 365 podcast. Like and subscribe. And I mean, that's really about it. We out.
Hey, man.
Man, have a blessed day.
Lastly, I just want to say, man, there's 7 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
Get 'em
You
spoons.
only meet a few of them in life. All right?
Yeah.
So cherish the ones that you got that
Straight
understand you,
Straight
that care
up.
about you.
Straight
Because
up.
on the grand scheme of things, none of us is that shit. But we can show
For
damn
real.
as well make each other feel like it, bro.
Amen.
Go out, say what's up to your neighbors, even if you know they racist as fuck. Say what's up.
Yep.
What's happening? Because goddamn it, that's all we can do right now.
Yep.
That's what we need the most.
Yep.
Because all of these little simple differences, man, ain't gonna
Are
cut it.
minute to the grand scheme.
It's united we stand, we divided we fall, and we dividing ourselves. How dumb is that?
Ponder on that. We out.
Holla at you.
Peace, peace.